Okay, so as we have seen how we have created this first of all we have created in our previous session, we have tried to create a connection with the database. In fact, we have installed MySQL 2 package. We called MySQL package after installation to get the functionalities of this module into our program, and then we have tried to connect with the database. So we successfully connected to the database, MySQL database. Then we have created this NMMS 101 database. So here in this previous program, this is the command or query that we have used to create the database on MySQL server. After for this particular approach, first of all, what we need to do, we need to make connection. Are you getting this? So this is separate program. So in this program, every time you need to make connection with the database. This is the first, sequence or operation sequence should be like you need to make a connection to the database. Then you need to select the database if database is already available. Like in this my second example, our database is available. So we have included this into this particular section. Now we have connected this string is or this whole code is for making connection to the database and also getting selected the database which is already available or you have created your own database that we need to select because we need to work within this database. Am I right? So you wanted to work within your created database. For that you need to select the database and this way or this format you need to follow. Right? Then in this second section, if you divide this code into two sections, in the second section, we have displayed whether we have connected to the database or not. And then through one variable we have, created or we have prepared this query along with the format that is accepted by MySQL and the same format we have used. Create table, table name, and in a bracket we have given type of the data, name of that column or that field, and type of information that we are expecting will be inserted for this particular element or for this particular entity. So name, what we expect, varchar kind of thing will come. For address, again varchar kind of thing will come. So it is database, data type actually. Okay. So here we have executed the query on the database for this con means connection string dot query. Okay, so query. So this is the query we are passing. And if something happens, okay, error, or if we successful in this particular operation. So for both we have this. So this will be displayed if we will be able to make connection successfully and will be able to create the table. Otherwise, what will happen? Error message will get displayed. Had we executed this query? Let us check on the screen. So yes, customers table created. This is the message we have displayed or we wanted to display if everything is fine. Okay, so this is how we can create a table. Next is before deleting, we will discuss here how we can insert a data into the table. So again, this common code. In this case, we have to change the database password that we set, root, username, localhost, and important thing is this query. See how we have entered the first record for the table. So insert into table name. Now in this case, we have changed the table name to capital customer. And we have to pass the field names. Which field you wanted to insert the data. For example, for this table, I am having these two field names. Or I wanted to pass the data for these two field names. maybe there are more field names available for this particular table, and from that I wanted to select this name and this address, and in this sequence we have to pass the values. This sequence I have to remember. First value will be name and second value will be address. So this is the attribute and this is the value. Are you getting my point? This all we are passing through single quote with this keyword values. So syntax is insert into table name in a bracket number of columns that or number of entities for which we wanted to pass the data. Again this values keyword, and after that the bracket which is holding the data you wanted to pass or you wanted to enter for the respective column or for the respective attribute. Are you getting my point? Okay. Again these things are as it is. So what changes we need to do? Instead of MySQL, MySQL 2 password, we kept root. So here root database name, our database is this one. If suppose you haven't changed the database name, what will happen? It will try to find out the table that you wanted to access to enter the values into that respective database, and that table will be not available. Then it will give you an error because our table is present in our database. So you need to use our database. You need to select our database or the respective database in which your table is available. Now our table is available. Our table name is this. These are the column names of the table or attributes that are available in the table. And these are the values we wanted to pass to as a record, we can say. One record we are passing or creating within this table, right? Okay. So what name we will be giving to this? Again, I'm copying the name, file, save as, control V, double one, dot JS. So this is the name that I wanted to give. All files save. Okay, everything is set. Now I wanted to close the connection because I wanted to run the fresh code again. 11.js connected, and what message we got? One record inserted. Are you getting this? So one record inserted means we are successfully inserted the record. Now let us see whether record is inserted or not. So for that we have this select query. Okay. So what we need to do? Again MySQL 2. Then here password is root. Please concentrate on the screen. Here name of the database. Okay. And this C I kept capital. So this is not normal any name. It is the name of your table. So everything you need to do carefully. What you have chosen this before and what you are using now should not be having any difference. Now we have to save as. Again, I am giving this 11. I am copying it so that I can use it on command line. Need not to remember. JS. Then all files. Save. Again coming to command prompt. Okay, connection हमने break करना है यहाँ पर Control C. Then node my file along with the extension .js and this one. What we got? What result we got? Name whatever the information that we have given, this, where it is in this insert, operation. So this is the company name that we have given, and this is the address that we have given for this address field. So same information we're getting. Yes, company, address. Is it clear how you can display the database, display the record from the selected or given table from the your respective database? Any doubt? See, many things are common. You need to put focus on this information for first. If you consider this as the first part and this as the second part, then MySQL 2 is important here. Username root, password root, and carefully you need to choose the database where your table is available, or your database if you have created your own database like the way we have created in our previous session. Then while creating the table, you need to select the database this way. While updating the record or while inserting the record, main thing is you need to again select your database. You are creating your database once for single time. Are you getting my point? You will create multiple tables in your single database, right? So this way you can create, insert, and select. Last point is update. Okay, let us see what this is. So this is again another value, another record if you wanted to insert, then in that case, this information or this code we need to execute. Now let us see how we can update the record. Again, MySQL 2, password is what? Root. You also use the same, this information that I am using, only you have to change this your whatever the database you will going to create in your first operation after making connection to the database. So same database you have to use. Then update. My table name is capital C, customer. Set address, this, where address equals to this. So what address we are having? What change we have to do? Set address equals to this, where address equals to this. Yes, anyone? If you want to update something, so first of all, you need to pass reference to that particular entity, and then you will be able to change. Means where we wanted to select the address information and we wanted to update this address information with this information, but which specific records address information we wanted to change, where the record whose address is like this one. So we don't have this type of record in our database or in our table. So to execute it successfully or to get proper result, we have to change it to highway 37. So instead of using this, what we have to do? We have to write over here. Are you getting my point? Why we are changing it? Because this value 345 is not available in our table and we wanted to complete this operation. Highway 37. Okay, all set. So remember this double quote. Here double quote close. Here semicolon. This information through single quote. This information through single quote. Where clause. Entity name. Am I clear? Yes. So look at the table. This address is small. This name is small. So here also we are using as it is names. These are the field names. It is looking very simple, but when you will, try it, that time you may came across multiple error. So carefully you need to understand it, need to read it. So what changes we made, required changes. Now what will happen? The address field of the record which is having this value highway 37, we will be replacing it with this value. What? Say on 1, 2, 3. Clear? Anything needed to be updated? No, everything is fine now. So save as. .js. All files. Copy. Don't discuss. This is last point I am discussing. So save. Again Control C. Node. This command. And enter. So record updated. Now how we will check it? We can execute our previous code. This one to display the record. Right? Are you getting this? Record updated successfully. But if you want to see whether it is successfully updated or not, so for that you need to select it. So change in the value under this field address. पहले address क्या था? Highway 37. Now it is updated. The address is now. Is it clear? Everyone. So this is the last point that I wanted to discuss. You can try this. Insert multiple records or delete the table. Okay. So we will stop here. I hope you understood how we can select the record, how we can add the record, how we can update the existing record, and again how we can view or how we can see the changes or update after updation, the values of the specific attribute or field.